Hey, good Sunday morning, YouTube. Hugmeister's Garage and Workshop. Over here doing another experiment and hope I don't screw myself, but we got a temporary setup here. What we're trying to do is maybe get rid of our fan system in here with the ductwork. And I'm going to go with a direct ceiling reflective heat system. And I've got a temporary run of just 1/2 inch down through here, and this whole ceiling is Reflectix, so we're just going to see what this does with just this little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and my dad, my brother-in-law, gonna say, what the hell's matter with the perfectly good heat system you had here before? And I'm going to say, well, a man's got to have hobbies. But really, what we're going to do, since this all runs off our solar system, when this comes on, this fan, this pulls like 545 watts. And it works good, especially since I ducted it in. You can see that in my other video. But if I can get this radiant with a small manifold, and I'm going to have 2 loops, I'll do this bay here. Then the other side of the beam I'll do another run, and I ordered one of those Vevor 2-port manifolds, and we can use this same Grundfos Alpha pump, and even on high this pump only runs at 43 watts. I'm only getting 4 gallons a minute now because I'm running the whole thing from a 1 inch down to a 1/2 inch. I bought these adapters to throw in to try it temporary, but I just had my brother-in-law come over, and he thinks, he's a plumber, he goes, yeah, I think it's going to work. I feel a little bit of heat coming out of there. But right now what we're getting is 170 degree in and 170 degree out. So that means we're not really getting any transfer yet. But the next section of this video is probably going to be, I ordered those Vevor 4-foot heat transfer plates and 500 feet of PEX. So I think I figured we're going to have like 150 feet runs on each side, so that should get some better squeeze some more heat out of this, because most of this isn't even touching the ceiling, it's just in these brackets, but you can feel the heat radiating off of there. So the next section you'll see is probably when that stuff arrives, or maybe after I start to tear out. I'll be back in a bit. Well, it looks like we're committed now. Fan box is down, redid some of the controls, reworked, got rid of some fan relays and stuff, got a piece of plywood up, ordered a 2-port manifold from Vevor, but my plates are supposed to show up tomorrow with the PEX, so hopefully we can get a couple runs in there. Some of that tin I had left over, I just kind of put it over these pipes, and actually what little it's touching, these pieces of tin, it's old flashing, is actually warm and it's radiating heat. So I think it's going to work. And I've got this on high right now, and it's only pulling 43 watts. So I think it's going to be quite a energy saver on the battery supply to the solar system. So we'll be back when we get some more parts. Alright folks, just got home from work. It's Monday afternoon. My Vevor heat transfer plates showed up. Very sharp. They all got blue covering on them. You got to peel off, but I got 50 of those. And not bad looking. Those pancake head screws I got should go right into the joist with those. Then I got my 500 foot of oxygen barrier PEX. And what's it say here? Oh, it's 200 psi, 200 degree, 80 psi at 200 degrees. So it'll take the heat, and it's going to be fun. I'll probably get swelled up by the coils trying to get this thing to go, but hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. And as we put the plates up as we go, hopefully that'll straighten us out. It's going to take a while, but we got our We got our diesel heater running down there to give us a little heat down here, so we'll be back. All right, we're off and running. We got some half-inch started. Went down there, made the first turn, gonna come down this way, go back. So I think I got 150, 160 feet maybe, but that's those radiator pieces there. Hopefully they suck some of the heat out of that tubing and radiate it downward, but moving along. Alright folks, it's Thursday night. We got a little more done on our system here. We got our transfer plates in, and our manifold come today, so we're starting to pipe that in. It's not too bad. It's got bleeders in it and a couple of valves, flow rate control. I got to rework all this 1-inch, but I did find out I had gaps between these plates originally, and I could only get it up to 56 degrees in here. So I'm going, oh man. So what I did is I took the rest of my first box of plates and I totally covered it from end to end, and that gained us 4 more degrees. We had a 61, 62 in here last night, and that's just with the one side. So I'm thinking when I get the other zone piped in, I think we're going to be fine. So hopefully we'll end up with something when we're done. All right, we got our manifold in. I got the 1-inch tied back in. Still got to do the other side a loop, but at least I got my one loop back up and running, so at least I'll have a little heat over here. It's starting to get a little colder, so we'll be back. Okay, it's Friday night. We got our second loop started. I'm on my 5th row. I got one more to go down and return and tie it in, and then hopefully we're gonna get a little heat over here. See you guys tomorrow. Hey, it's Saturday morning. We finished up our heat runs in the other bay, and we got our manifold hooked up, and we've had it on for a while, and unfortunately I don't think this setup here is going to work. I kind of wonder, when I ordered that manifold, they only said 5 liters a minute, and I'm not getting a high enough flow rate from the boiler, which is, well, it's actually 175 feet. I was only getting 150 degree water, which isn't enough, and I'm only getting like 3 gallons of flow through here. When I put this jumper in here and opened it up, I got 20 more degrees in water temperature just because of the flow rate. So this piece here might end up being just a failure, and it's going to go on the shelf or somewhere else. But I got one more trick I'm going to try. I bought some of these 1-inch to 1/2-inch splitters here. I'm going to take this out, put these in with some 1/2-inch ball valves, and see if we get anything better. If not, just gonna have to go back and buy one of those Dragon Breath fan heaters and just call it good, because I really got nowhere in here where I could run like baseboard or anything. But hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But we're not defeated yet. We'll be back. Well, I guess the verdict is in. I don't think this is gonna work for me out here, and that's too bad because I did quite a bit of work in it. But I think what I'm going to end up doing now, that hair heater that was in here before was kind of like a homemade box. It needed to be replaced anyway because the heat exchanger was like, and that thing was almost 20 years old, and all the coils were plugged and you really couldn't clean it from the back. So I think what I'm going to do is make like a hybrid out of this. I'm probably just going to get a small water to air exchanger, and I'm going to just pipe these into, we're going to tee off, and I think I'm just going to feed both units. So that way we'll still have some radiant out here, and we'll just get a small, maybe a 50,000 BTU fan unit, and we'll mount it there. But yeah, we tried. What can you do, right? Like I say, the other one had to be replaced anyway. So there you go, folks. Have a nice day.